Return to Play is the UK's lead.
Introducing Next Gen 15, the new home of school rugby.
Well, where does this come from?
Covering everything the school game has to offer in both the north and southern hemispheres.
What a great tackle! It's not good enough. 1-2, skip a few and with the wheels.
Highlighting tomorrow's stars, Next Gen 15 will be bringing you live games and a regular update of all the news and in-depth views on the global game.
What a kick! Where did he come from and how did that happen?
All your school rugby, all in one place. This is Next Gen 15.
Hello and welcome to Seaford College. It's a dark and gloomy afternoon, but it should be a glorious game of rugby as Seaford College play host to local rivals Hurstpierpoint College. It's a Sussex Derby and it's going to be an absolute cracker here. We're looking as though we're going to be kicking off at 2:35, a little later than the advertised 2:15 time. A lot of internal politics at play, I'm told, in order to get this one across the line. We've got exit outs, we've got all sorts going on, but most importantly we've got two teams that are ready and raring to go here in Sussex. Seaford College are the hosts and they are led by their number 8 Fraser Lynn, and alongside him in the back row Liam Boyle and Tom Dickin. In the second row for Seaford College are Harry Foster and Harry Bostock. Harry Foster, by the way, a former winger, now playing in the second row. And in the front row, Richard Twitchen, Jimmy Staples, the vice-captain at hooker, and Ethan Davis at tight head. In the back line, Arthur Chads and Alex Challoner are going to be lining up at 9 and 10. And in the centres, Conor McCormack and the other vice-captain, Oscar Hayward. In the back three, Tommy Newell, George Key and George Gibbons. And on the bench, Alex Phillip, Horatio Murrin and Finn West. Sean Thompson is the director of rugby here at Seaford College. Hurstpierpoint College, meanwhile, are led by their fly half Charlie Manger, and inside him is Lewis Niesler. In the centres, Sebastian Morner and Joshua Munn. And in the back three, Joss Clark, Harry Keys, and I'm going to work on my pronunciation of this one throughout the game, fullback Oliver Das Perkeasta. In the front row, Tom Bosley, Henry Starkey and Milo Rayner Parkin, and in the second row, Sam Griggs and Thomas Michiels. Samuel O'Connor, Alex Warren and Ronan Daniel are in the back row. Freddie Pierpoint is the director of rugby, and one sub at the moment for Hurstpierpoint College, Callum McIntosh, although with the second 15 fixture already underway behind me, don't be surprised if a couple of players hop across. Both teams are on the field and just about ready to get going. The referee today, by the way, Phil Bowers, a national panel official, I'm told. He's going to be seen on a national level waving his flag up and down the touchline, so a very special privilege for the lads out there. Hurstpierpoint are in a bit of a rush. They only arrived a few minutes ago. They've had a fairly rushed warm-up, but they're looking ready to go, aren't they, in their red and white hoops on the right-hand side of your screens. Just a few-minute last shoulder bangs and a bit of water and a bit of, I don't know what else is going on down there. Last bit of sugar, probably. They'll be on the right-hand side of our screens to kick off in the red and white hoops, as I said, and on the left-hand side of our screens, playing from left to right, we'll have Seaford College in the dark blue and white hoops. Lovely setting here at Seaford College, absolutely vast playing fields. Regular visitors, our Next Gen 15, came here for their Seaford 10s last year. We'll be back again for that, looking forward to that one. Also their netball tournament last year, and a couple of first 15 fixtures as well. This year they've been ticking along on a fairly even keel, actually. Played 10, won 5, lost 5, and also went up to the Merchiston Festival where they picked up the plate competition. Hurstpierpoint, on the other hand, also played 10. Victories a little harder to come by, but still been performing pretty well against some strong opposition, the likes of St John's, Skinners, John Fisher as well. Played 10, won 3, lost 7, but they also were down at the St Joseph's Festival, where you will have seen them on the Next Gen 15 live stream, where they won the bowl, beating Brighton College in the final of that. So both of these teams arrive with a little bit of silverware behind them. But it's not about any of that today, is it? It's all about the action here, and the referee has blown his whistle. Seaford College kick us off. Hurstpierpoint College let it bounce, and it drifts out into touch, so they'll have a line out inside their own 22 to deal with.
Come closer touch, Judge.
At the start of the game.
They'll do. Seaford.
It's a really blustery one out there today. Tricky one for the back three to deal with in terms of the high ball and that kicking game. Hurstpierpoint win that line out successfully though. Nice one for the hooker to have underneath his belt. Henry Starkey hitting his man. And it's an early box kick from Louis Niesler. Finds his touch nice and safely. It's a lovely surface here at Seaford College. One area to look out for though, the back left of the field from the position that you see the game at.
Are you out or in?
They've been really struggling under serious rainfall to get that bit clear, so don't be surprised if the teams try and put the ball into that spot and pin the opposition down. Breaking off the maul goes Seaford College, and they continue to rumble on into the 22 now. To the hands there of Tom Dickin on the crash, going back the other way now. Arthur Chad's at scrum half for Seaford College. Saw some wonderful work
Knock on.
in the 7th season from him last year, but his team have knocked it on, so Hurstpierpoint College have a chance to escape. They move the ball in field to no real avail.
Over here.
So Phil Bowers pulls us back for the scrum down.
Right, you ready, boys? Crouch. Bind. Set. Come on, boys, keep it up.
As I say, seriously windy conditions here at Seaford College. My team sheet went flying out of my hand there, just recovered it.
Okay. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Safely controlled by Hurstpierpoint College at the scrum, despite some Seaford pressure. That offload though hit the deck, but it's tidied up. Looks like Focus that did the tidying work.
Got a touch, you're all on.
Box clicked, but touched.
Play advantage.
Seaford
Knock on only.
tidy it up,
Knock
but it's a
on.
really good
Advantage
chase
over.
from Hurstpierpoint College. Chads feeds his forward pack. It's a nice tip on for Tom Dickin as well. Met with real force. Now they come down the blind side. George Key in possession. Chads, oh, it's a lovely pickup from Challoner.
Advantage, knock on advantage, Hurst.
And it's been knocked on. Hurstpierpoint College have the turnover, and they're going to look to put it in that corner that I was speaking about. Charlie Manger, the skipper, prods it forward, just sits up a little, which allows George Gibbons to come onto it. Chads is probably going to look to box and exit here. In fact, he surprises everyone. He goes for the short pass in field, and it's ripped away through the tackle by Hurstpierpoint College. But again, loose ball, and it goes back the way of Seaford College. This one's going this way and that.
Use it.
Now it looks as though Chads is going to box kick from his own 10-metre line. Hoists it high, drifting towards the touchline, but stays in field. It's a wonderful take from Paul Kayasta.
Play on.
Hanging above his head, and it's a great chase from Seaford College, earning the turnover penalty, and an opportunity here to have a shot for some points, I think. Indeed they have. Referee indicates a shot at goal. I'm just Just trying to make out who that is marching towards the ball. It's Oscar Hayward, the vice-captain. We see the replay here. It was really good work from Perkayas there. But look at that, limpet-like over the ball was Seaford College. And the referee only too happy to award the penalty after that wonderful bit of play on the floor. So Hayward, the upper sixth man, lining up his penalty chance. Of course, last year, the sensational Will Bowley doing so much kicking work for Seaford College. And clearly, Hayward was doing plenty of learning from him as he absolutely slots that one to give the home side a 3-0 lead.
Comes the rain.
6 minutes in.
When you're ready, kicker.
And a nice confidence
Go to the
boosting
middle, please.
penalty for Seaford College. Kick-off fielded by Seaford. To just ship it in field, pocket of forward runners there. Chads gets the box away, but it's just charged down.
Stay where you are, stay. Red, stop,
Danger
stop.
opts to kick it back.
Okay, you're on.
It's a thumping kick.
Stay
A little
blue,
bit of kick
good.
tennis here. And Seaford find a good touch, getting it pretty much up to the halfway line there.
Way across the line, that's it. Brilliant.
And Gibbons the fullback.
Yeah, just on the edge there. Edge of white line.
In fact, they're just shy of the halfway line, aren't they? Or just in front from Hurstpierpoint College's point of view. Henry Starkey to throw in. He's already nailed one line out, and he's nailed a
Hold,
second
stay
there.
there.
It's an intricate
Okay,
move off the line out as Starkey comes around onto the open side. Joshua Munn, the vice-captain, takes this one in.
Good work, well done. And away, blue!
Seaford up fast in the midfield. Really good defensive work, but Hurst hold on to it. Move it out to that right-hand touchline as the rain starts to fall down now. Oh, another huge tackle from Seaford College. Ethan Davis, I think that was. Kick comes through from Hurst. It holds up a bit in the wind. And we'll have a line-up pretty much where that whole passage of play began, except this time in Seaford College hands.
Right, man.
And the vice-captain, Jimmy Staples. Lower sixth man, part of the Harlequins Academy. Actually captained Harlequins under-18 this summer as an under-17.
Yeah.
So he is definitely a man to keep an eye out for.
Hold, stay there.
Finds his man in
Okay,
the
you're
line-out
on.
as well, and the maul is on the charge from Seaford College. Getting a good rumble on here, almost up to the halfway line.
And away, Red.
Brought down by Hurstpierpoint College. But the ball is available for Seaford. Thumping through is Harry
Side
Bostock.
entry. I don't need your help, thanks.
Chads
Leave
goes
it.
quickly from the penalty,
Not 10,
side
play
entry from
advantage.
Hurstpierpoint College. They're playing with advantage still. Oh, Seaford as Hurstpierpoint weren't back 10. Fraser Lynn, the skipper, breaks away and gets an offload away tidily. Now Chads will use that pocket of forwards, playing a
Advantage
lot
is
off
over.
9 early on. Oh, Seaford College.
That's fine.
Now they move it into the midfield. It's good handling. It's good defensive work initially from Hurst, and then great leg drive from Seaford College as Chads has another little dart.
Gone forward, play
Ball
advantage.
spills forward though, so now Hurst have
Knock on only.
advantage. Referee judging that not 10 advantage had been played through.
Go back, go back.
And Hurst
Advantage is over.
send a huge box kick up. That was absolutely towering, and the chase is good as well.
Knock on by Red.
In the end, it's just knocked on by Hurstpierpoint College, but that was a wonderful box kick
Boyd,
from
stop
Lewis
winching.
Niesler.
Stop whinging.
And a brilliant chase
Thank you.
from the rest
Don't
of his
forget,
side.
Everything it's online.
See the box kick there, it was absolutely hanging in the air, a nightmare for Gibbons to deal with. And I think that was the right wing Harry Keys that had made the effort to get up with that chase. And look who else was up there with him, Henry Starkey, the hooker.
Right, the last scrum was good. Let's make
Great
it again.
energy
Good
from
again.
the front rower.
Open up that shoulder. That's it. Crouch.
In fact, it might have been
Bind.
Joshua Munn that had got up
Set.
on the outside with that initial tackle.
Don't push him again. Reset.
I'm judging that purely on the mullet that I can see in the foreground of my screen.
Come across. I know it's slippery, but work at it. Work at your height. Don't.
Front
put
row,
your feet
real
so
area of
far
strength
back.
for
Let's
Seaford
go.
College.
Crouch.
Switching on the loose head, part of the Quinn
Bind.
setup. Staples, as we've
Set.
mentioned, another one that's part of the Quinn setup. And Ethan Davis
Don't
on the
touch him
tight head,
again.
playing county rugby with Sussex. So
Stop
a real
in
area
front.
of strength.
No,
for
you're
them.
onside.
Challoner's kick was sort of low and skiddy, but it's kind of worked out. Harry Keys under a lot of pressure from the chase.
Right. Yeah, you're fine. You were fine, but then you went off your feet at the breakdown.
And as
So try and stay up. Okay,
Phil
you're
Bowers
fine.
says, Seaford were
You
fine,
did,
but went off their
but
feet
then
at
you
the
went
end.
off your feet. It's a breakdown.
And that's why we have
You're right, winger.
a
Where's
Hurstpierpoint
nine?
penalty. And you
Where's
can
nine?
see on your screen there, the rain
Leave your opposite
really
number
is
alone at
coming
the
down
scrum.
now.
It's a cheap penalty.
We see it here. They do well to get on their feet and get across, but
Put
once
blue on
that
the line.
ball's available, you have to get your legs over it. There's no point bending down, picking up and flopping on it. You don't get rewarded for that anymore.
On the 10-metre line, please.
Hurst
Don't
line
come
out
too
on the
early.
halfway line. Stolen by Seaford College.
Play on. That's a knock-on, red advantage.
Knocked on in the end by Seaford, so Hurst have it back.
Tackle! Tackle, go down. Advantage over.
Josh Munn gets in the pocket to send a kick through.
Inside.
It was a good kick, but it was well dealt with on the right wing there by George Key, the lower sixth man. Chad's using that pocket outside him, and this time the ball doesn't go to hand.
Advantage red, knock on.
Hurst with a chance to enter the 22
Not now,
for the
Blue.
first time,
Not
really.
now, Blue, leave it. Still playing knock-on advantage. Well done.
13 minutes in, and a chance here for the away
Hand
side
away.
to see if they can construct something. Really difficult
No,
ball
real
there.
advantage,
Seaford did a
knock
good
on
job
by Seaford back here.
of making that scrappy ball for Hurstpierpoint, so we'll come back for the scrum. Hurst put in, and an opportunity to launch something from the set
Scrum,
piece
Hurst.
here. Despite conditions, it's been a fast-paced start to this game.
Crouch,
Very few breaks in play.
bind, set.
Real contrast to last night's game, particularly in the second half between Wellington College
Ball's
and
gone, you
Sedberg. Do go and have a look back at that on the Next Gen 15 YouTube channel as Hurstpierpoint get it onto the right-hand side. It was a terrific game last night. A terrific turnover for Seaford College, earning the penalty,
Isolated, holding on.
stymieing that Hurstpierpoint attack. Go ambitiously for
on,
the touch,
play
but it's
on.
kept in field. Hurst with a chance to have a go from inside their own half and finding a bit of space, and Sebastian Maunder is making ground now. Beyond the 10-metre line goes the inside centre. They slow the pace down just a touch here, but they're working through the forwards. Oh, it's a brilliant chop tackle on Rayner Parkin. There's a bit of space on the right-hand side. They have numbers if they can find them, but they come through that unders line and go tight.
Play on.
I think it might have been ripped clear by Seaford College. It has, you know, it's been turned over. The boys in
Use
blue
it.
doing some really good work on the floor in this opening quarter of an hour. Chads hangs the box kick high.
Backwards play on.
That gathers it well. He's looking like a really solid presence in that
Let it
backfield,
go,
isn't
Blue,
he?
let it go off your feet.
Penalty, Hurstpierpoint. Seaford guilty of not quite listening
away,
to the
please.
referee there.
Distance 15. Captain.
Another penalty that doesn't quite find its touch. So Chads will just whack this one long. There's a bit of space actually. He's found grass. It's a wonderful kick from Chads. Came off the outside of the boot a bit. I don't know if he meant it, but it certainly worked out. Hurstpierpoint go quick. And they slightly skew that one into touch. So we'll have a Seaford College line out. Just shy of the 22 here.
Put your flag up as soon as he goes out. Put it down. That was
About midway through the first half. Chance to shout out
Off you, okay.
to our kit suppliers.
On the edge
Limitless.
here, please. Hurst.
The #1 sportswear armour school blazer. The sportswear armour school blazer, indeed. They are the #1 sportswear brand in independent schools. Their goal is for every young person to develop an active, healthy lifestyle, and they understand that comfortable, well-fitted, high-performance kit is vital to build lifelong sporting confidence. Limitless kit doing us absolute wonders in keeping us warm these days.
It's trapping, stop once.
Seaford Mall stops, so Chads looks to the back line. Challoner had to turn, but he gets a second touch on the ball. Goes to deck, but it's still going, is it? No, he's just caught a finger on the way through. So we'll have a Hurstpierpoint scrum over on that far side.
Where was the last one? No, he went off his own feet there. He went off.
So can I ask, at the breakdown, when we've competed, we've had hands on and then we've pulled off.
Then you release, then release. Because you're on the ground, release.
Nice interaction there between referee and Fraser Lynn. Question asked, question answered.
This is outside. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Hurst then on their own 22. Ball goes through the scrum quickly, and Sebastian
away.
Maunder has a big crash, but it's a huge tackle and a massive
Kicking
counter
through
ruck.
the ruck. It's still
But
a
I
ruck, he
think
kicks it through.
Accidentally, Seaford College have caught that with their foot, kicked it through the ruck, so it's a penalty Hurst, and Ronan Daniel goes fast, and they're getting a real front foot ball here. Ball spilled through contact though.
Knock on.
Knock on, scrum Seaford. Rain absolutely belting down now, and the wind is howling too. I can see a sea of umbrellas around me that have well and truly lost their shape.
Yeah, same thing, as Sean said.
Oh, there you go, on the far side one's just popped open as well.
Your man.
You can see him there on the right hand side with that grey umbrella, having all sorts of difficulty. Someone's come to help. Still having problems. There we go.
Set.
Back to the rugby. Seaford break off the base of the scrum through Fraser Lynn, the skipper. He makes really good ground. And the support arrives for him just in the nick of time. Chads has a little stab over the top. There is a bit of space there. And the ball is spilled loose. Seaford now with a great opportunity for the first try, and across the line they go. Harry Bostock, I think it is. The Harlequins man. And it's a special moment for him. He was a Hurstpierpoint College pupil until year 8. And he scored against his old school here at Seaford College. It was a great box kick from Chads. Superb chase from Tommy Newell.
Yeah.
And then Harry Bostock picks it up and flops over. Well played, that man. Would you believe it? He's only a lower 6. Look at the size of him. Oscar Hayward with the conversion. Tough one this. Breeze blowing right across the pitch. It was a decent effort, he had the legs on it, but so difficult to control the direction in these conditions. But nonetheless, his side have an 8-0 lead, 20 minutes gone, around about 15 minutes left in this first half. Seaford College just getting the better of things at the breakdown, aren't they? They've turned a few balls over, won themselves a couple of penalties, and that's really the key difference between the two sides. They have a bit of trouble holding onto the greasy ball there, but it's well controlled, and it's a beautiful kick. Oh, that is absolutely wonderful from Seaford College, but wisely taken quickly by Charlie Manger.
Come out. Well done.
And I think Chad's just had a foot in touch there as he caught that ball. So Hurstpierpoint College
Line's yours.
have the line out, and it's bang on the 22. Well, the decision to take that line out quickly from Hurstpierpoint College proving a good one as another umbrella goes. Maybe wet, but I'm not sure it's a day for an umbrella. I don't want to give out too many tips, but you've got to point the umbrella into the wind.
Knock on by Red.
He's wisely put the umbrella down. In the meantime, it was knocked on there by Hurstpierpoint College, so we'll have a Seaford College scrum. And another half a chance goes begging for the visitors.
Outside.
A couple of times they've had possession round about the 22 and they've just not quite been able to breach it properly. It was actually really, really good competition at the line out from Seaford College that forced the knock on.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Don't put it in, don't put it in.
Oh, referee tells him not to do it, but we'll go anyway, and Fraser Lynn breaks off the base. Pass not quite going to hand though, and Hurstpierpoint College will have another opportunity from a similar position. We saw them with a scrum a few minutes before the try.
Don't put it in.
Seaford managed to turn them over on that far side. Off that play.
Crouch. Bind.
Can Hurstpierpoint make the breakthrough this time? First part of the task is done, is it? They managed to just about get the ball away from that scrum.
And away tackler.
Had to work
He's
unbelievably
gone.
hard to do so. Ronan Daniel having to put a shift in for his team, but it's a massive counter ruck from Seaford College, and the ball breaks loose. What a clear out that is.
Use it, language.
Give him a name check in a second if I can. Enormous clear out as Fraser Lynn took the ball into contact. Chads gets the box kick away. Spilled, but spilled backwards from Perkayasa, who now makes good ground and gets a lovely offload away in field to Josh Clark. Just drifts a foot out into touch.
Right, front man.
And I can identify the man that made that huge clear out. It was Jimmy Staples, the hooker, who's going to be throwing into this line out as well.
They're on the edge of the white line. It's your ball. Okay. In you come, boys.
Seaford lineouts overthrown and drifts a bit in the wind.
Option.
So we'll have a scrum almost certainly. We do indeed have a scrum in 15.
Not straight.
It all looks so calm and still out there, doesn't it, on screen?
Crouch.
Nothing
Bind.
like that in real life.
Set.
Tricky conditions for the hooker. Tricky conditions in the scrum. Seaford almost managing to turn that one over.
Yeah, where do you want to go? This way?
Did really well actually to hold their drive once it had gone past that 1.5 metre. the limit that's imposed at under 18 level. But of course you can't all halt that momentum at exactly the same time, hence we see the scrum rotate a little bit. So we go again,
Crouch.
but Seaford starting
Bind.
to use that front row of theirs to good effect in the scrum. And it's another big one. Hurstpierpoint control it a little better this time and managed to get the ball away. Short passing between the centres and Joshua Munn takes
No
it
hands,
in.
Blue.
Took 2 or 3 men to bring him down
Stop
there.
in front, Raid. Stop, stop, stop.
And Mangers found a bit of space in behind the Seaford defence. And that's a tricky bouncing ball. Difficult one for Gibbons to deal with. He's eventually managed to get down on it. That ball was squirting this way and that.
What's up? Oh, in the way. I've gone.
Really difficult to pick up.
Use it.
Chads gets the box kick
Eight
away
put
under
you
real
on.
pressure. He'll be wanting a bit more protection than that the next time. Perkayas, I think he saw things lighting up there in front of him, didn't he? Tried to get the offload away and just couldn't quite get it to hand, but he looks such a threat in the backfield, doesn't he? Just tried to do the Seaford defence with the eyes. Unfortunately, the ball not quite complying.
Gone forward.
Really unfortunate that for
Great
Seaford College.
advantage,
Brought the
knock
ball
on
down,
only.
but came off the head of the lifter on the way down. So Hurst playing with scrum advantage and across the halfway line. Manger feeding forwards on his shoulder.
Tackle away. Advantage over.
Another box kick comes through. Lewis Niesler. Going to be a
Stop in
day for
front.
the boot, isn't it? That's a thumping kick from Gibbons, but too much on it. Wind got behind it and it drifted out into touch on the full, and that gives Hurstpierpoint a real opportunity. The line out just shy of the 22. And they've been here a few times, haven't they now? They'll be desperate to make one of these work.
He's scrum half. He can go 9 metres back. He's fine. Hold.
Moore goes to deck, but it's safely on Hurstpierpoint side. They keep going through the forwards. Now they look to the back line. Manger goes short to Man, or to Munn rather. Seaford saw that one coming though. So now they go back towards that blind side. Just zigzagging a little bit here, looking for some space. Niesler feeds us forward. Seaford College putting the shots in and getting the turnover off the back of it. I think, yeah. Ball is loose, finally controlled. And once again, Seaford College come up with the play
Use it.
when they're under a bit of pressure.
Stop in front. One.
They put the kick through, and it's a big squirting kick. It's dealt with really nicely by the fullback, who's going to look to counter again. Gets himself across the halfway line with
No
support.
hands, Blue.
I'll have a little bash through the forwards again. Now they look down this blind side. Perkayas there. Gives the ball unselfishly to Josh Clark, but Clark can't quite stay in field. This near side touchline has seen a lot of action, hasn't it? Perkayas, well, he tried the same play as he did last time. This time the pass going to hand, but unfortunately this time the defence also spotting what the ploy was. Line up just
Playing advantage. Knock
goes
on, not
over on a
straight.
dry day.
Everything.
I think that one sticks. Fingertips went to it. So Hurst have a go now. They spill it, do they? Referee seems
First
to. No,
offence.
referee
Knock
doesn't
on,
seem
not
happy.
straight.
I think
Not straight was the first option, so scrum call.
For a scrum.
Scrum. Good to go. Where's the ball?
All a bit scrappy at the moment. Both sides just struggling. It is unbelievably hard in the line out in these conditions, not only for the thrower but the lifters as well, to get a grip on the legs of the man they're lifting is a bit of a challenge in the wet. Hurst get the ball really nicely away from that scrum, and they've worked it over to the far side. Seaford competing so well at the breakdown. Really has been the difference in the game so far, is Seaford's ability at the breakdown.
Captain, on the scrum, can I see a better bind from you? Yeah. No, just on for longer, like you went, made me stop. But you're already creeping, you see.
Seaford get this one up pretty much the 10-metre line.
Yeah, on the line's good for you.
8 points to 0 they lead.
Hold.
This line out nicely to the middle, and they feed the runners off Chads. That's a big carry, I think, there from Liam Boyle. But it's a penalty, Hurstpierpoint this time. I think it was the tight head, Milo Rayner Parkin, that got over that one.
3 to go. 3 to go. Holding on.
And so the pattern continues. A lot of the play in this
3 boys, 3 men.
middle third of the pitch. Referee says we've got 3 minutes to go until half time. Tallies nicely with our clock. See it here.
Yeah, you're good there.
And it was indeed the tight head, Milo Rayner Parkin, who got himself over it. The
Not
top
straight.
from Hurstpierpoint
Option.
College, but it's not straight, so we'll probably have a scrum Seaford here, will we?
Scrum.
We do indeed. Scrum is called. Crowd building in front of our commentary position, sheltered possibly by our scaffold
Crouch.
tower.
Bind. Set. Set.
Does suggest that myself and the cameramen are actually acting as a windbreak for the crowd
And away
below us,
tackle.
but we're only too happy to oblige. Chads spots a bit of space on the far side of the field, plops the ball into it, and the chase is good as well. This is going to be difficult for Hurst to escape from.
And away tackle.
Harry
No.
Keys
No.
has done really well.
Another minute and a bit. Use it. Phrase that back, please.
Best part of 2 minutes.
Took a touch.
To
took
go.
a touch. Took a
Tried to
touch,
clear it,
all
was
on.
touched. So on the counter comes Seaford College. Around the blind side they start to go.
First man. Side entry.
Turned
anyway,
over by Hurstpierpoint.
His feet. Away.
About a minute to go. Will they just try and play this one through? They think they're going to need to get rid
Use it.
before the clock goes. I'll tell you what, if they get another
Fraser
couple
release.
of carries like that, they'll
Fraser.
be more than happy to keep ploughing forward, and that's exactly what they're
Underway
going to do.
tackle.
Really good game management this from the away side. Now they pass it back and get the kick away. Stays in field. If they could have held on to that for 30 seconds longer, they might be in a good position. Chads has a stab over. It's a bouncing ball. It's difficult to control. Touchdown very safely by Hurstpierpoint College, and that will be half-time. A tricky half of rugby for both sides, with the rain absolutely hammering down. But it's the home side, Seaford College, that have had the better of it. taking an 8-0 lead against Hurstpierpoint College into the half-time break. Just the one try in it, and it came from that Chad's box kick after the Fraser Lynn break. Really, really lovely chase from George Key, in fact from Tommy Newell rather, on the left wing. And it was Harry Bostock, the former Hurstpierpoint College man, that got the try. And that, added to an Oscar Hayward penalty earlier in the half, was enough to send Seaford College into half-time, leading Hurstpierpoint College 8 points to 0. So welcome back to Seaford College. Seaford on the right hand side of your screens receiving kick-off for the start of the second half, leading Hurstpierpoint College in the red.
Stop in front,
8 points to 0.
Thank you.
And if anything, the rain is falling even harder than it was in the first half, and the wind has picked up as well. And as you may be able to tell on your screens, darkness is starting to descend too. It's all going on here. And we're into a familiar pattern that we saw in the first half as well, with an early scrum. And an apology to make to the Hurstpierpoint College outside centre and vice-captain. We've been calling him and labelling Joshua Munn. He's in fact Joshua Mann.
Bind. Set.
Although that doesn't make his mullet any better, but we can't have everything. Seaford College then break off the base, and Chads, as he did often in the first half, just hoists this one high, tells his chasers to get after it, and they do a good job of that. Just having a bit of a dabble down the blind side though, but Seaford College earning the penalty, and it's the skipper from man there, I think. And Chads goes quick. Well, I said he's a bit of a sevens player. Arthur Chad's the scrum half. And playing with that sort of pace, isn't he? But Hurst now in a penalty. And once again, it's the tight head. Milo Rayner Parkin, that's his second one of those today. Doing some really fantastic work on the floor. And when you consider the number of penalties, oh sorry, the number of scrums that there have been today, and the energy front row, the effort and energy from Rayner Parkin at the breakdown has to be it. Henry Starkey to throw in.
Don't come up early.
And lineouts are going to be even harder now than they were in the first. They go to the front and find a way to make her in the game so far. It's his game so far. It's his try. And that Oscar Hayward penalty between these two sides. Knowing to put width in these conditions.
Not coming. Knock on,
We'll come back for another scrum.
Knock on by Seaford over here. Crouch.
Scrum down.
Bind.
Hurstpierpoint ball.
Set.
Daniel controls it well. They're going to try and put a bit of width on this. Skill's looking pretty good with the greasy ball. Just as I say that, it pops clear, but that gives you an indication of just how wet it is. Now it's Seaford's turn. Try and do something with it. Looks like Chad's. He's going to just try and put this ball into a bit of space. Hangs a big high box kick. Doesn't get the distance he wants.
Leave it, Red.
But does retrieve possession.
For the knock on.
Playing with advantage. Opportunity to try something here.
Advantage is over.
Over there, it's just a knock on advantage.
Off his leg, play on.
Ball
Off his leg.
squirts loose.
Line out.
We're going to see a lot of that in this second half. The ball is going to be very difficult to keep under control.
Blue front. Ooh.
Latest news and umbrella watch. Everyone's are still pointing in the right direction. Got a few dodgy looking ones in front of me though.
Hold, hold.
Brilliant take at the line out from Hurstpierpoint College. They've done really, really well there. Ball bouncing is really difficult to take. Comes the way of Seaford College. And this could be a real opportunity here for them. Hold on to the ball, perhaps wise, given the pace everyone's going at, and still they go on. And across the line, go Seaford College, do they? No, just short. Mixing up my lines here in commentary.
Not now, Red.
This could be crucial.
And away tackle.
On they go. Chad's asking for his forwards to help out. Cries are quicker. Being raised. But it's a penalty to Seaford.
Number 3. Off your feet.
Hurstpierpoint going off their feet. Chad's is going to say to his forwards, have a rumble. And across the line they go. Seaford College with their second try of the game. They had the penalty. They wanted to go through the forwards. The forwards they went, and I think underneath it all it's Richard Twitchen, the loose head Bashed his way across the line. All off the back of that electric break from the bouncing ball. Conversion from Hayward is good. And a 15-0 lead for Seaford College. As cries of "we haven't won yet" ring round, I'll tell you what, in these conditions, 15-0 is a long, long way to come back from. Hurstpierpoint College are going to have to dig in here and put a shift in if they're to close this gap. Confirmation, by the way, it was Richard Twitchen, the try scorer. Kick off deep from Hurst, but Seaford, with their tails up, have a bit of a rumble forward from it and make good ground. Again, sticking to this tried and tested tactic of playing off 9. But it's broken clear. Hurstpierpoint College charging forwards through number 8, Ronan Daniel. Daniel's up and across the line as he got the ball over. Referee's happy. Hurstpierpoint College are very happy. And Ronan Daniel, well, out of absolutely nowhere, has brought his side back into this game, responding immediately to that Seaford try. And look at the power in the carry from Daniel, the number 8. Defenders all around him, but the leg drive is there, and he finds his way across the line, and he does ever so well to get the ball down. And the referee is right in amongst it with the perfect angle to adjudge that one. Well.
Turn the lights on.
Game on. Charlie Manger over the kick. Slots it nicely. And Hurstpierpoint College bring that gap back down to 8 points. 15 points to 7 behind now. The biggest problem here could well be that light beats us to the final whistle. It is really getting quite dark out there.
When you're ready.
Let's hope the lads have been eating their carrots.
Backwards.
Kickoff is really well held onto by Perke Asta. And Manger just thumps it upfield towards our commentary position. Be a line out Seaford ball between the 10-metre line and the 22. Seaford do well just to find a way of getting that one under control. Now they've got a position from which to try and work something. Chads wants a penalty. Instead his forwards pick up and go. Now Chads feeds it outside. Again, they're just going to play an awful lot off him. Getting those pockets of forwards until they get on the front foot. Now that they are on the front foot, they look a little wider. A bouncing ball, just moving them backwards a touch towards the 10-metre line. The ball looks as though it's breaking clear. And that's terrific commitment from Hurstpierpoint College, but such is the slippery nature of the ball, it's slipped out of his grasp and back into Seaford hands.
Half a step.
So now Chads is going to just get this in the right part of the field.
Advantage is over.
Sensible play that. Given the state of the game and the state of the weather, territory is going to be absolutely everything in this remaining 25 minutes or so.
Ball's clear. No, you pulled him
Seaford
down,
making life really difficult for Hurstpierpoint College at the breakdown.
Going forward.
So much so that the referee says it's unplayable and we'll have a scrum down.
Ed said we play scrum. I'm going in. Yeah, pull back.
We've got a little break in play for an injury, I think. Oh no, we're all back up and running. The briefest of delays of play. Everyone hyper aware of the fact that they are under pressure from a light point of view and wanting to get on with things as fast as they can. And why not? Because it is game on here, just 8 points between them. Ball spilled by Seaford. And it's still bouncing around and eventually brought under control, so we'll come up for that scrum. Be about on the 10-metre line. Hurstpierpoint College put in. Just shy of 10 metres, in fact. And these are the sort of opportunities that the away side are going to need to seize upon. Then to get the victory here. They were 15-0 down. They found their way across the try line for one. Can they find a way to get 2 more scores? Can Seaford College, the home side, hold out? They go blind to Hurstpierpoint College. They're wrapped up by Seaford. Playing through the forwards and a big carry there from Tom Bosley, the loose head. I don't think we're going to see them going too much further than this until it's really on. Zigzagging back and forth. Oh, it's really, really smart work. I think it's Alex Phillip there that's come on, wearing 16. Putting a shift in at that breakdown. Hurst getting the penalty, but they've had to work ever so hard for that. But a chance here, and a decision to make. Does Manger go to the corner, or does he go sticks? He's going to the corner. And a chance here. All sails long. And about 20 minutes to go. This is a big, big moment. Absolutely soaked to the bone out here. Line out stolen by Seaford College, and Chads makes it. They're probably not going to be too disappointed with that outcome in the end. should get away that crackling sound you were hearing. Another indication of just how wet and wild it is here in the depths of Sussex. Seaford College with the penalty and just trying to work out what they're going to do with it. So they're going to go Oscar Hayward, who's already landed today, with an opportunity to stretch this one out to 11 points. More importantly, to use up a minute and to keep the ball up at the Hurstpierpoint College end of the field. Taking his time, Hayward. Thumps the ball, I can barely see it in the distance. Fortunately, the touch judges can see it. And fortunately for Seaford College, Oscar Hayward has banged that one over. Another fantastic kick from the outside centre. Seaford College move back to an 11-point lead, or move forward rather to an 11-point lead. 17 minutes to go. Ball spilled from the kickoff though. So we'll have a scrum. Hurstpierpoint College ball, and it is absolutely atrocious out there. Let me tell you, it is. Well, it's an absolute deluge, is the only way of describing it. It's absolutely hammering down. We've got the crowd trying to get under our vague shelter here. I can tell them there isn't much shelter. I'm soaked as much as anyone else. Darkness has descended. I'm not sure I can see that far side of the field. I'm watching the screen as the same as all the rest of you. Penalty, Seaford College. Crucial moment that for the home side. And Hayward is going to knock this one as far off the field as he can get it. And he does a handy job of getting it over that Cricket Performance Centre. That'll take some finding. A little bit of a mother's meeting before the line out. Seaford doing all the right things here just to eat the time in this game. 11 points is a long way to come back in this weather, but everything they can do to slow it down will help. But Hurst have turned it over and see a bit of space in the backfield, so they thump the ball towards it, and eventually it goes out into touch on that far side. And I'm in the middle of what can only be described as a river right now. Or a waterfall, perhaps. Ball squirts free at the line out. So Hurstpierpoint have an attacking opportunity here. Another try and suddenly it is seriously game on here. Scrum down, Hurstpierpoint College ball. Still just under a quarter of an hour left to go. But look at that Seaford scrum. Do incredibly well to actually stop it in their tracks. Hurst get tidy ball off it though, make a bit of headway. But it's been ripped clear by Seaford College. Another big defensive effort from the boys in blue. Or as it is now, the boys in brown, really. And Chads is going to revert to the box kick, is he? Well, he might have done, but we've got a little stoppage due to an injury. And I think, sadly, it's Joshua Mann down there. Looks as though he's done something to an ankle or something.
Where's Studs?
Hopefully, he'll be okay. Break in play, though. Gives me a chance to mention again our sportswear providers, Limitless. Limitless is the sportswear arm of School Blazer. They're the #1 sportswear brand in independent schools. Their goal is for every young person to develop an active, healthy lifestyle, and they understand that comfortable, well-fitted, high-performance kit is vital to build a lifelong sporting confidence. Well, both sets of players having a bit of a chat about what to do next.
Yeah, please, yeah. Depending on the light. Depending on the light.
As you can hear the referee just saying there over his ref mic.
Thank you.
13 left to go, dependent on the light. Well, he's not wrong. As I tell you what, he's the only person I can identify on that far side of the pitch because he's in bright yellow.
Time 24.
You can't quite see it on our cameras because they've done a wonderful job of picking whatever light there is up. But it is dark here in Sussex. But I have to say the lights have come on the main school building up behind me. To my left-hand side and all the other outbuildings, and it looks quite spectacular. Nevertheless, matters on the field are what we're all really interested in, and I think everyone's back up on their feet, are they? I think sadly Joshua Mann is going to have to go off, but he is at least able to make his own way off, however gingerly.
Okay, good to go, boys. Time up.
Which should mean, I believe, that Callum McIntosh is on the field.
Crouch.
I think he is. McIntosh has gone into the back row, and I think that Ronan Daniel, the try scorer at number 8, has moved across into the centres.
Stop. Stop.
Not necessarily a bad plan in these conditions. Get a big forward runner in there in that 12 channel.
Fraser. Stop. Your side must stop running in front of the ball when you're offside. Red, guys, look, be very careful about this ball that goes kicked by your players. You're in front. Just stop. Okay, wait until you're on side. I don't know with them about it as well.
Wants players to stay on
let's
side
go.
from the kicks.
Let's go.
Doing a good job of explaining it to them rather than whistling.
Go back another metre.
Though you suspect next time the whistle will be out. Hurstpierpoint College with the line out. Oh, they do so well. Daniel there at the tail to pluck that one from the air.
No.
Box kick comes in, almost unsurprisingly, really. Chads is back to cover it. Sends a kick downfield, and he's found a bit of grass, and the ball will skip away. Tidied up in the end. Perkayasa will have a go at a counter. Oh, and he's found a bit of space. Perkayasa. Oh, Perkayasa, this is glorious. Puts the chip kick in, but it just comes off the side of the boot and out into touch, and that could have been the moment, couldn't it? Oh, it's electric play.
Whose ball?
From Oliver Das Perkayasa.
From here?
Ball just skidded off the outside of the boot at the crucial moment, though. But what an electric run that was. Really the most vibrant bit of attacking play we've seen in this second half.
Then, please.
I'll tell you, at this point now, every time a player gets tackled, they're sliding forward about 5 metres. Handy for extra yardage. You suspect if someone gets away on the break, they could probably start diving around the 22 mark and they'd slide in under the post regardless.
Good.
Seaford playing the game where they want to now, inside Hurstpierpoint College territory. I'm going to ask them to play out. Hurstpierpoint decide they're just going to kick this one away. Counter-attacking opportunity here for Seaford, and down the left goes Tommy Newell. Tommy Newell finding a bit of space up across the 10-metre line. Both sides back into their shape now. It's a slightly slower ball than Seaford might have wanted.
And away, Red. He's gone. He's gone. Good work.
So they're just going to work it into a pocket of forwards off Challoner's right shoulder. And now Chads, they fall back into that pattern of playing off Chads, and off charging through, and off Chads they may find third try, might they? Not quite yet. Jimmy Staples holds short, but now they go wide to the left-hand side. Are they across the line? They are indeed. Phil Blowers blows his whistle. And Seaford College have their third try of the game, and a try that you've got to think is going to seal this game for the home side. The break from Staples.
Boys,
playing the short line off Chads.
Blue, go.
And then they move the ball quickly from the breakdown over to that left-hand side. So we see Staples here bursting through. It's a good tackle from Perkayasa. But Staples had the momentum. It was quick ball for Seaford, and they worked it out wide. And I can't quite make out who's got across the line. It might well be Harry Bostock, you know, it could be Bostock with his second try of the game. We'll see if we can work that out for you. It was right over there in the dark patch in the far corner of this ground as it is at the moment. But one way or another, it's a 23-7 point lead. 23-7 lead is what I was trying to say there. To Seaford College. And Oscar Hayward with a conversion opportunity, and he has been majestic off the tee so far. Strikes it well. Strikes it very well, does Oscar Hayward. Sends his team 18 points clear. 7 minutes left to play. And it's a long way back now. Ball comes off Staples' foot from the kickoff, I think. So I think it'll just be a line out rather than a knock on. Hurstpierpoint go fast. Seaford are alert to it though. Fraser Lynn in particular paying close attention there. They stab through a little box kick. Well, it's a good chase on it, so Seaford are forced to run, and I'm not sure that's what they would have wanted to do in an ideal world. But such was the kick chase from Hurst. They had little choice.
Cut it out.
Now they get their kick away.
Thank you.
Manger, the skipper for Hurst, takes it and makes a bit of ground. But time is continuing to tick away here, and with 18 points to go.
Let it go. Let it go.
For Hurst. The party might be over. They've got a penalty though.
Play the ball on the ground.
Got to imagine they'll probably go quick from this, will they? They will indeed. Niesler gets down the blind side.
Still in. Ball's clear. Ball's clear.
Ball is out though, so Seaford College turn it over. Great awareness there from Seaford. But another penalty, Hurst.
Number 3.
They won't give up yet. I think they tried to go quick,
Got to
but
play it.
they forgot to actually tap the ball.
Make more of an option. Give me 10, guys. You're not 10. Yep.
Ball's a little slow to come back. And it looks as though the second team game has finished as Seaford come trotting over from that one to get behind their boys.
That's fine.
Just see a couple of those shirts down on the right-hand side of your screen. Bursting that touchline rope at the seams. Hurstpierpoint then with a line out on the 5. Collected the ball but then spilled and then collected by Staples. Been a huge influence on the game as Staples.
No issue there. Knock on the line out.
We'll have a scrum, Seaford. 4 minutes left to go.
No. You'll find out in 2 minutes. You're winning. 1.5, boys. 1.5.
1.5 to go, says the referee.
Crouch, bind, set.
Hard to explain the visibility. I can't actually really see the scrum and it's only 30 yards away from me. Seaford have got it under control though.
It's over the try line.
It's a try for Hurstpierpoint College as Chad's rolled the ball back.
Depends on the kick. Less than 1.
To try and get the box kick clear. Great awareness from Hurstpierpoint College to realise that the ball was across the try line and therefore there was no offside line. Diving over the top to score the try.
Depends on him.
Main just going to want to be quick about this. Ultimately, there's still too much to do for them to win this one, because even if we have time for the restart, as he does bang that conversion over, really good work from Manger. They're still going to be too far behind to get the 2 scores they need. But as you look here, Seaford College bring the ball back, but it's across the line, and that is smart work. I can't quite see who it is. I think it might have been Milo Rayner Parkin.
1 play. 1 play, boys. Good to go.
Final play of the game. An 11-point lead for Seaford College. They're safely home. But Hurst are going to try something. They go for the big crossfield kick. It's a skiddy one, difficult to take. Breaks loose, and there is a chance here for Hurstpierpoint College. Now it's gathered by Seaford, but you can see just how wet it is by how far they're sliding there.
No, let it go, Ray. No hands. Stay on your feet.
Seaford College have it tidied up, and surely now they're going to hoof this one clear to win the game. Surely. Rumbling forward they are. Chads hoofs it clear and Seaford College take the victory. You can't see what's going on, I can't see what's going on, but the referee has blown his final whistle and Seaford College have won the Sussex Derby, beating visitors Hurstpierpoint College 25 points to 14. Horrendously difficult conditions for both sides to play in. But they did ever so well just to find a way. And Seaford College claimed the victory. Darkness all around us here in Sussex. The players are pretty keen to get off the field. Seaford have positively sprinted off to the changing rooms. Well, they sprinted off to form a tunnel, to be fair to them. as we look through some of the scores. It's like a lifetime ago. Whole different climate back in those days. There you go, that's the scene around us. But it's all over here in Sussex. As Hurstpierpoint College receive their pats on the backs from their host Seaford College. Worthy visitors, Hurstpierpoint. They gave it absolutely everything. A cracking effort from the visitors, but it was Seaford College that got the victory. 25 points to 14 here in the Sussex Derby. A great effort. And how about that? Harry Bostock, the last man through. What a performance from him. And what do these things mean to the boys? Well, it means everything, doesn't it? Look at those celebrations. Wonderful stuff here in Sussex. All finishes up. Well, actually, it didn't all finish up, did it? Ronan Daniel got that first try in return for Hurstpierpoint College. And then this was the one that took it all away. Staples making the break. And I still haven't quite worked it out, but I think it was a second try for Harry Bostock, the Harlequins man, the former Hurstpierpoint College man. I'm going to give him 2 tries. And a wonderful performance from the second row. Hurst came fighting back though. They didn't want to let this one go, did they? Gave it a cracking effort in the final stages. Brilliant bit of opportunism to score there. But in the end, that was all there was. And it finishes up here in the Sussex Derby. Seaford College 25, Hurstpierpoint College 14. Please join us on Saturday afternoon when we'll be down at Clifton College to take in their game against Blackrock College. England v Ireland is going to be pretty special. That one's at 2:20 p.m. on Saturday. We will see you there. Until then, have a very good Thursday evening and Friday. Thank you very much for watching.
Introducing Next Gen 15, the new home of school rugby.
Well, where does this come from?
Covering everything the school game has to offer in both the north and southern hemispheres.
What a great tackle! It's not good enough. 1-2, skip a few and with the wheels.
Highlighting tomorrow's stars, Next Gen 15 will be bringing you live games and a regular update of all the news and in-depth views on the global game.
What's a kick? Where did he come from and how did that happen?
All your school rugby, all in one place. This is Next Gen 15.